We're back. It's November, and that means the holidays are here, which means there's two guaranteed things happening. For me, stretchy pants and probably some uninvited guests to my home with no warning. But there tends to be this time of year a lot of chatter about food. And then in kind of the climate that we're in right now, there's a lot of chatter about GLP-1s. How do GLP-1s affect birth control?
GLP-1s are extremely common nowadays. They are very effective at helping with weight loss, with diabetes management, and with insulin resistance. But something that people need to be very aware of is that they do affect how effective birth control pills are. Birth control pills are not as effective when you are taking these medications, primarily because they slow gastric emptying. So in short, they affect how things are absorbed in your stomach, and birth control pills need to be absorbed in your stomach in a more standard way to work. And when you're on these medicines, they make them less effective. They do not work as well.
Okay, so if I'm on an IUD or a patch or a ring, is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, that's a conversation that is important to have with your doctor. Your doctor needs to be aware of all the medications that you're on so that we can pick what is going to be the most effective form of birth control for you specifically. And maybe if you are on one of these medications, you should be on a patch or a ring, an implant, an IUD. Also of note, patches are not considered the most effective when you weigh over 200 pounds. Really, the most effective options for all comers and for everyone are going to be the longer acting forms of birth control, the IUD and the implant.
To really wrap it up and boil it all down to make it simple, due to absorption in our stomach, birth control pills are not the best option if you're on a GLP-1 because it's affecting the absorption of the birth control pill. So no matter which doctor I go to, whether it's my PCP or maybe an endocrinologist or my OBGYN, I need to be sure I'm on the same page with all of them sharing the same information. You need to know what I'm on. My PCP needs to know what I'm on. My psychiatrist needs to know what I'm on. Because they can all affect each other differently.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially because when people are losing weight, that also affects their fertility. So a lot of patients come in and they're like, it was crazy. I lost like 40 pounds and then I got pregnant and I hadn't been using birth control for 5 years. Well, when you lose weight, it's going to affect your hormone balance in a positive way, and it actually is going to make you more fertile. So it is really important, if you don't want to be pregnant, to use contraception.
What an interesting addition. Thanks. So while everyone else is stressing about eating another cream puff or pumpkin pie, you can sip your champagne knowing that you have all the information you need, your contraception is covered, and all of your doctors are on the same page.